What's up, my brother? The second 7.5 anniversary EX is coming, and I have a prediction that I think makes a lot of sense. Gear 5 Bonney with a special collaboration attack featuring Gear 5 Luffy. No leaks, no confirmation, just pure analysis based on what's happening in the game right now. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why this prediction makes so much sense. So enough yapping, and let's start predicting. Quick shout out to today's sponsor, Sky Castle. Basically, it's a top-up service that saves you up to 30% on mobile games. Yes, my brother, up to 30% off. Multiple payments methods, low fees, and 24/7 Discord support with thousands of happy customers. Link is in the description, so go check it out. Okay, so let me explain why I think Gear 5 Bonney is the most logical choice for the second 7.5 anniversary EX. Right now in OPBR, we have 3 of the 5 elders in the game, which is Siren, Nuzj or Nuzjuro, and the newest one, the bird, EX Marcus. 3 elders, and the meta right now is basically dominated by I don't know, it's kinda interesting right now. But yeah, Zoro and Sanji duo. Not the elders. So what does the game need? A unit that can counter all 3 elders and survive against Zoro-Sanji duo at the same level. And in the anime, who fought the elders alongside Gear 5 Luffy? Yes sir, it's Bonney. Specifically Gear 5 Bonney, who mimicked Luffy's attack to fight Siren. That connection in the anime is the biggest clue for me. Okay, for me, alright? For me. We're still deep in the Egghead arc. So again, based on my observation, 7th anniversary and 7.5 anniversary should be connected. So we are still in the Egghead arc. So everything dropping right now is Egghead connected. Siren, Egghead, Nuzjuro, Egghead, Marcus the Bird, still Egghead arc. The Bounty Fest Lucci, still Egghead arc. All Egghead, right? So the second EX being Gear 5 Bonney fits perfectly into that pattern. Now, I also considered Shamrock since One Piece Day is coming. Wait, is it? Or it ended already? Well, Shamrock would have been a massive when it comes to sales. Cha-ching, cha-ching. I think that's what they're trying to aim for though. Revenue. But Gear 5 Bonney with Gear 5 Luffy collaboration, that's something special that only makes sense right now in the Egghead arc storyline. Now, here's the part of my prediction that I'm most excited about. The collaboration mechanic, okay? Alright, here we go. Think about the new Bounty Fest Lucci. When Lucci uses a skill, Egghead Luffy shows up and attacks alongside him, right? It's not a duo unit where you can control both characters. It's a collaboration attack where the second character appears automatically when you use a skill. I think Gear 5 Bonney works exactly the same way. Bonney is the main unit you control, but every time Bonney uses a skill, Gear 5 Luffy shows up and attacks the enemy alongside her. In the anime, this makes perfect sense. Bonney mimicked Luffy Gear 5 attack to fight Siren, so the collaboration between Bonney and Gear 5 Luffy is already established in the story. And just to be clear, this is not a duo unit where you can switch between Bonney and Gear 5 Luffy. And it does not mean you can suddenly use Gear 5 V2 through this unit, okay? Gear 5 Luffy just shows up during skill animation and that's it. Similar to how the Lucci and Luffy Bounty Fest unit works. If they execute this mechanic properly, it's going to be one of the most visually impressive unit in the entire game. 2 Gear 5s, bang bang. Okay, now let's talk about what role and element Gear 5 Bonney should be, and this is where it gets really interesting. First is the role. Right now, runners are still getting cooked in the meta. We just got EX Marcus as a runner, and he's already getting countered left and right. Defenders are doing great in the meta right now. In my perspective, I think they're all good. So what does the game actually need? I think it's an attacker that can switch to defender, a color-changing unit that can counter all 3 elders, and Zoro-Sanji duo. I don't think it's possible to drop another runner. I don't think so. We already got EX Marcus, so runner is not an option. If they make her a pure defender, it's going to be even harder for runners, which is already a problem. So I think an attacker that can switch to defender is the perfect balance. And the color change ability is absolutely crucial here. Now let's talk about the element. If they drop her or Gear 5 Bonney as a light element, you know what? It's easy to counter. If they're gonna drop a Gear 5 Bonney, like a dark element Gear 5 Bonney, I don't think there's an impact when it comes to dark element. Don't get me wrong, dark elements are good, but right now, I think the best option is a red, green, or blue element unit. Or even better, a unit that can change between those elements. Yeah, we can get green one, but you know what? I think let's get an RGB one. Because that way, she can counter Siren, Nuzjuro, and Marcus, who are all different elements. A color-changing attacker / defender unit that hard counters all 3 elders. That's the kind of release that actually balances the meta instead of breaking it further. Now, here's the big question. How broken should Gear 5 Bonney actually be? And I have a very specific opinion on this. She should hard counter all 3 elders, Siren, Nuzjuro, and EX Marcus, right? She should be able to deal with all of them. That's non-negotiable. If they want to use this release to balance the meta, should be like that. All right, now against Zoro Sanji duo, she should be at the same level, not countering them completely, not getting cooked by them completely, just the same level. Both can KO each other. That's the balance point in my perspective though. Now, if they drop a completely broken Gear 5 Bonney who destroys everything, that ruins the game in the opposite direction. Suddenly, everyone is running Bonney and the meta becomes Bonney versus Zoro Sanji instead of Elders versus Zorsan versus Bonney versus, you know. But here's where it gets interesting. If Gear 5 Bonney hard counters the Elders and sits at the same level as Zoro Sanji, guess what? Or guess what unit suddenly becomes valuable again? It's Gear 5 V2. Because Gear 5 V2 is a light element unit and could counter this new Gear 5 Bonney, which is nice. That creates a rock, paper, scissors meta. Bonney counters Elders, Zorsan matches Bonney, Gear 5 V2 counters Bonney, and suddenly units that haven't been relevant in the meta for months start seeing, or we can play it. That is what a balanced meta looks like, Mr. Tanapicer. And if you are watching Mr. Tanapicer, please make Gear 5 Bonney this way. Okay, so should you pull for Gear 5 Bonney if this prediction is correct? Here's my honest advice for F2P players and Dolphins. First, wait and see the impact in League. Don't pull on day 1 no matter what, or no matter how hype you are. Give it at least 5 days, okay? And maximum 7 days. In, let's say, 7 days, you will know exactly how good she is, or the second 7.5 EX is, what counters, and whether the second EX, or let's say maybe it's Gear 5 Bonney, whether it's worth your rainbow diamonds. Now, here's the most important thing for F2P players, especially for those F2P. You need a unit that can at least last for 6 months. Why 6 months? Because that's the anniversary cycle. Every 6 months, there's an anniversary. If you pull a unit that gets countered in 2 months, you were stuck with a dead unit for, what, 4 months? Or a hard unit to use for 4 months while everyone else is running the new character or a broken brained unit. So the criteria for pulling as F2P is simple. Can this unit counter the Elders? If it's yes, strong consideration. Is she at the same level as Zoro and Sanji? Yes, very strong consideration. Will she last 6 months in the meta? If yes, then go for it. Cool, alright. But if Zoro and Sanji can still fry this new unit, skip. Save your rainbow diamonds for the next release. The downside of the F2P strategy is that you will be using one unit for a long time, but the upside is when you do pull, your unit is always relevant and your rainbow diamonds never go to waste. And as always, save for guaranteed. Never go all in on a banner without a clear plan. Guaranteed pulls only for F2P players. That's the rule, okay? That is the rule. So that's my full prediction for the second 7.5 anniversary EX. Gear 5 Bonney with a Gear 5 Luffy collaboration attack. No leaks, again, no confirmation, just pure analysis based on the Egghead arc direction. The current meta needs, and yeah, I think since it's in the anime story connection, why not? And you know what? Let me know in the comments. What do you think though? Do you think Gear 5 Bonney is coming? Or Shamrock is still possible? Let me know in the comments, my brother. And you know what? That's it for this video. You know the drill. Stay salty and stay awesome. And Salty Rock now signing off.